And we are back. One last time, got that brand new intro in. Ah, I love it every time. Hey, Raid, are you with me, bud?
I sure as hell am.
There we go. What'd you think about the interview, man? I did it again. I didn't leave you a spare second to breathe. I didn't give you a chance to ask any questions or nothing, man. What'd you think?
Good, man. You're good. You guys get on there and you guys talk. I because I don't know like half the stuff you guys talk about. You know?
We're over here geeking out over each other and whatnot.
Well, exactly, but you guys like I don't know, like walk the walk, talk the talk together, kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like you guys do the same. You guys do the same shit together, kind of deal, right?
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, sorry guys. Once again, the Facebook drops in and out. Mixer drops in and out. I have no control of it, man. It's live. The algorithms hate me for some reason. I don't know. I mess with stuff, but I walk away for a second on break. I come back and it's like, hey, you're back live. Like, wait, what? I didn't even know we left. So we appreciate you guys hanging in there, man. We still got a couple watchers, man. So let's wrap up a couple more quick headlines, and then we'll call this a night. What do you say, sir?
I'm in. Let's do it.
That's right. That's right. And once again, thank you guys for the shout outs for that. The new intro is awesome. I appreciate it, man. Stay tuned to the Facebook page because that intro was all thanks to the commenters. They gave me the input on what images should be in there. So if you're not on the Facebook page, Pop Culture Warrior on Facebook, get on the page. We're going to do lots of exclusive stuff, giveaways, and there's going to be more opportunities to provide feedback to the look of the show. So stay tuned for that. All right, back to what we were talking about. And I think we left off on. Let's see if I can get this to work. Come on, you. Come on. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Why is it not working?
Oh, I didn't do it.
There it goes. I'm gonna start recording my own sound bites. Movie news. All right. So, um, Spider-Man. Everybody knows I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. You can actually see that's a hand-drawn Spider-Man back there in the thing. Plus, I've got the Spider-Man ink and all the other funsies and stuff. So, Spider-Man: Far From Home. I mean, you saw that movie, right? Please, God, tell me you saw Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Far from. Yes, I saw that one. I did see that.
That's the one with Mysterio and you know they're in was it London in London and Paris and all the different is it Europe Spider-Man European Vacation. That's what it was. Um, anyway, great movie, loved it. You know, post Endgame, but their debate rages on. So for those that did see the movie, you know, Mysterio turns out to be the bad guy. Shocker. Not shocker, but shocking. And at the end, he is killed. And Spider-Man even checks with the glasses, like, hey, is this real? And they're like, look, no, there's no holograms. That's the real deal. So the debate rages on if Spider-Man's villain, Mysterio, is actually dead in the MCU. Now, even the producers and the directors and everything won't say for sure. They just say he looked dead. Like that's the comment we get when they were asked. And now I, as a comic book fan, will not count him as dead. Regardless, I don't care if the directors and the writers said, no, yeah, for sure, he's dead. He's dead. For sure. I don't count him out. This is comic book world. People come back to life all the time. And B, it's Mysterio. His whole thing is making shit look one way and doing another thing. So I, for one, don't buy it for a day that he's dead. I didn't when they were trying to push like, no, this Mysterio's a good guy. I didn't buy that shit. I knew he was gonna be the villain because it's Mysterio. It's like saying whatever. It's silly. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is the latest fan theories of what can prove he's not dead. And there's been many, and I've read most of them. Don't agree with a lot of them, even though I know he's not dead. But the fan theories are kind of spotty. This one I can get behind. So check this out. If you watch Spider-Man Far From Home, you will see Spider-Man gets the glasses, the Edith glasses, the things from Tony Stark. Every time he uses them, he has to start with like, hey Edith or Edith. He has to say, it's very much like, hey Siri or hey Alexa, whatever. Like he needs a cue for the software to be like, hi Peter, like what do you need? Right? Like that's consistent throughout the entire movie. Also, when he utilizes the glasses, they always light up. Always. And the only two times in the movie that there is not a preparatory Edith before the request and the subsequent light up is at the very end when he gets the glasses back. He puts it on and he says, are there any holograms left? And it just responds that nope, everything's fine. He didn't say Edith. B, the glasses didn't light up. So it leads me to believe all bullshit, all fake, all fabricated. It's another misdirect by the great Mysterio, and that the character is indeed alive. I mean, and there's also the theories like he gave away Spider-Man's identity. Like when did he have time to do that during their battle? Like they were like, well, technically he could have pre-shot that, but I'm like, in the video, like he's in the exact spot that he kind of died in. So like, how could he have predicted where he was gonna die in to then pre-shoot that video and then for it to be released? Anyway, there's lots of reasons why I don't believe he's dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. I'm letting you know, Radar. We haven't seen the last of Mysterio in the Spider-Man universe, so there will be more Jake Gyllenhaal in Spider-Man. Just wanted to let you know.
They're saying he's dead. I'm just kidding.
He's Wallbreaker says he's not dead. He's taking a break. yes, you're right. You're absolutely right, Wallbreaker. I couldn't agree more. Now he's definitely not dead. Definitely not dead. There's other people that are like, oh, like in the movie he wears that little headset thing, and that's what controls him, like controls the holograms. But in certain key scenes, like on that bridge thing, he's not wearing it. so that it means this or it means that. There's a lot of, you could easily poke holes in a lot of stuff and how he did this and how he did that. But that's the first real tell for me, is that, and I went back and rewatched it, and it's true. He's, they have to use the preparatory command, Edith, to activate the glasses. And in that key scene, he did not. He just puts the glasses on and he says, are there any, like, is this real? Are there any holograms? It's like, no, Peter, there's no holograms left. And then later on, there was a scene, they were showing something in the background. And because in that moment, they say, oh, there's no, like, everything's turned off. But later on, you can see somebody said, like, there's a scene where you can see on a computer screen where it says there's still 500 drones active. So if those drones can do holograms and voice and sound effects and all these different things, then, there's obviously, whatever. Mike Larson says he will come back, but Tom Cruise will play him. So yeah, so running on the gag from last week, Tom Cruise is going to take over Jake Gyllenhaal's role in Spider-Man, come back as Mysterio. You know what? Okay, that's said in jest, but there is a history in comic books that, especially with people like Mysterio, Chameleon, all these guys come back under a different appearance. So the fact of having another actor play Mysterio other than Jake Gyllenhaal, that's a very, we say it in jest, but that's a legit possibility, because they can easily be like, well, I'm using face covering technology, or I'm using whatever, or I had my face operated on. There's this whole side conversation about, like, that one character of Dimitri, like, he's a sub character. He was helping out Nick Fury. That's supposed to be the Chameleon, because in the comic books, the Chameleon's real name is Dimitri, but there's no evidence of it. But I think it's just a cute little nod. But yeah, maybe we had the Chameleon, and he was somehow involved in helping fake Mysterio's death, because I think they were related in the comic books. I think they were like cousins or something like that. But yeah. Or yeah, like Larson says, it could be a face-off situation, just bringing two actors in to play the same role and bounce back and forth between them. So anyway, that is just, I saw that, and it really made me stop and think, like, that is a solid bit of detective work, and I can get behind that. I can get behind that. All right, one last story for you guys. One last story. We have seen quite a bit of, this pandemic effect. Movies. We saw, Morbius, which was a spinoff, because we was talking about Spider-Man. Morbius, which was a spinoff of Spider-Man, got delayed. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, was filming. That's got delayed. But all that being said, Sony is still going at it hard, trying to develop a Spider-Man universe of like a franchise of universe Spider-Man stuff. So again, for those that don't know, even though Spider-Man is in the Marvel MCU, he's still owned by Sony. And so Sony can do whatever it wants with its Marvel characters, its Spider-Man universe of Marvel characters outside of, like, the Marvel universe proper. So that's why we're seeing things like Venom. That's why we're seeing things like Morbius. That's why there's talks of Kraven the Hunter. There's talks of Madam Web. There's talks of just a bunch. Like a live action Spider-Verse. Silk is another one they're talking about. So the latest news is one that I don't think a lot of people are even gonna understand. Have you heard of the super heroine named Jackpot? You ever heard that name?
The name sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar. I'm going to pull up an image here. Zoop. And so Jackpot was, and I'm a diehard Spider-Man reader, and even I wasn't like that. I was aware of Jackpot, but like I wasn't like into the whole backstory of it and everything. But like the whole point was this superheroine came out of nowhere and calling herself Jackpot and had the long red hair. So it was they were really pushing hard for you to believe that like Mary Jane had become a superhero at some point, and like that was her thing. Obviously it was a big fake, and she was, yeah, Wallbreaker says who? Yeah, it was not Mary Jane Watson. It actually turns out to be a character named oh my god, there's two women that played the character. that were the character for a while. Anyway, point is, Jackpot is kind of a B character in the Spider-Man universe. Has teamed up with Spider-Man numerous occasions and fought bad guys alongside them. Was done by one woman, and then she hung up the tights. Second woman picks it up, ends up getting killed in battle alongside Spider-Man, and the first one picks up the tights again and becomes the character again. The reason I bring it up, especially during our movie news segment, is because Sony, while they're looking to expand their ever-growing Spider-Man universe, has tapped Mark Guggenheim to develop a film based on her exploits. Now, for those, some people will know Mark Guggenheim, and most won't, but he is one of the main contributors for DC's Legends of Tomorrow. He's done his directorial debut there. He's done writing there. So if you watch the DC CW shows like Arrow and Flash, and he's done a lot with Legends of Tomorrow. So this is the guy that they're tapping to write and maybe produce, maybe direct the Jackpot movie eventually. So just to give you guys a quick background, the character is a superheroine with exceptional strength. Her history in the comics is a little complicated. First incarnation was Sarah Earhart, Erit, a scientist who, while pregnant, is doing gene therapy research and is exposed to Lot 777. That's why you get Jackpot. A virus that rewrote the DNA in her cells. Her baby is born healthy, but she realizes, in addition to being a new mom, she's also a person with superhuman strength, and she's forced to save her family. They add, eventually she tired of the crime-fighting burden and hands the suit off to Alana Jobson, an ambitious pal who takes over the character but must ingest a mutant growth hormone to live up to Jackpot's superhuman abilities. So long story short, she's killed while teaming with Spider-Man, and guilt-ridden Earhart returns to the job, keeping her identity secret as she raises a family while fighting crime. So that's possibly the next superheroine movie that we have to look forward to. What do you think, man? What do you think? Interesting?
I think I'm actually interested in. Yeah, I really am. That kind of stuff like really interests me. Like where they, I'm gonna say there's a spin off, because you can spin off all fucking day, and sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But I mean, to kind of have a little bit different. It's not the same stuff over and over and over again. Maybe
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be convinced to watch it. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the heroin stuff. Not like the actual heroin.
I hate saying superheroine because it just sounds like there's some new drug it's not heroin, it's super heroin.
Not a fan of super heroin, but the heroines.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a big fan of heroin, just not super heroines. You know, that sounds terrible. All right, well, it looks like our video is getting all glitchy, so